So, Roscoe, quiet. Roscoe, quiet, I'm filming. Dogs. Hey everybody, happy Friday. How are you doing? Welcome back to my channel, The Movie and Makeup Moment, where we talk about movies, talk about makeup, try things on, have a lot of fun. Cheers. It's nap time somewhere, right? It's nap time here in this house. We're drinking a lemon White Claw hard seltzer for nap time to kind of relax, replenish, and then, you know, it's gonna get back to the kids when they wake up, right? Hope you're ready to get into it. If you like the videos, hit the like button, subscribe, stay a while, hang out with us. All right, I'm gonna get into it. This week, we watched The Babysitter Killer Queen on Netflix. It dropped September 10th and everybody was excited about it. I was excited about it. You were hopefully excited about it. When we talk about it today, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go watch my trailer reaction. It's up in the cards. And then after you watch it on Netflix, come over here, we'll talk about it. If you don't want to watch it, that's quite all right. We can still talk about it and hang out. Today, we are going to do a very easy smudge eye with, that's what I call it. It's not a technical term, all right? I call it a smudge eye because you take your finger and you smudge some eyeshadow all over your lid, you call it a day. That's what we're doing today. I'm probably gonna do, I don't know, a fun color. I'm gonna do this shade. Yep. Maybe we'll do that in the crease. I don't know if I'm that talented. All right, anyways, let's start. Overall, I really liked The Babysitter. I really did. I was in the mood for something that was going to just be fun, lighthearted, a little bit of scare in there. And I have to say, it delivered. I thought it wasn't gonna be scary at all, to be quite honest, because I was like, I knew the first movie, and I wasn't really remembering the first movie that well. I do want to go back and rewatch it, but I didn't want to go back and rewatch it after watching this because I wanted to kind of review it as its own movie. But I have some favorite things about the movie, and I also have some things that I'm like, so we'll talk about it. The first thing is I love all the funny ways that people died in this movie. Bella Thorne's character, God, I cannot remember her character's name. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. Bella Thorne's character gets shot in the boob again. She has the funniest lines, I swear. She just does. She's such a comedy relief in this movie, but she has the funniest lines. She got stuck between the cliff and her head was stuck and she was like asking them for help. She's like, help me so I can kill you. It's like, no, they're not gonna help you. But I did not think they were gonna grab her legs, pull her down and decapitate her. That was, the special effects on that were good too, man. Like I was impressed with that. I mean, maybe it's not that great. I don't know. I'm not like a professional movie critic, but I thought it was pretty good. Like they showed her like, they gave like a close-up of her face while she's still talking and her neck, and she's like, holy shit. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. And then the Bella Thorne's character is Allison. Yeah, Allison. So I'm terrible with names, guys. Like, don't judge me. All right, so this is my first time using Juvia's Place eyeshadow, so, and I know they're like really pigmented, so I'm kind of scared. I guess we can just play because at the end of the day, like I'm just gonna cover it with shimmer anyway, so you're not really gonna see it, but I'm going into this shade right here and I'm just kind of brushing it along my crease to get a crease shade. That is really pretty, or at least I think it's really pretty. So Sonia's character, she dies by getting decapitated by a surfboard, but like that was way too much blood, which made it hilarious because like you know that there's not going to be that much blood, and it was like foaming. Why was it foaming? That was so weird. But it surprised me because the movie, like, especially in some of the scenes that were like in the mountain, I was like genuinely scared for part of it, which surprised me. Which leads me to my second thing that I really enjoyed about the movie. Change of scenery. Like the setting of the movie changes quite a few times. In the beginning of the movie, you're at the high school. Then you kind of take place at the lake when they choose to go to the lake. And then, you know, in that rock canyon area, and then also at that little cabin. I thought that they kind of changed the mood of the movie with the setting, which was really cool. Then it just kind of felt like there were different acts to the movie. It was predictable. If you saw my trailer prediction, my trailer reaction, I predicted that Melanie was going to be a bad person, you know? Oh, I don't have the right brush for this. I'm just gonna brush that under my lid. Normally I would use like a smaller brush than this, but I'm lazy. I don't want to have to go back to my room. I wish my bedroom had like a little place to do makeup and I could just do that there. The story surprised me. Like I knew that they were gonna have sex. Like I knew that. I called that in the trailer reaction. Go watch it. I'm telling you, I called it. But I feel like nothing was lost. The way that they did it, I wasn't sure if they had sex or not. It was revealed at the end that they did, and that's why the ritual didn't work. Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, let's just take a minute to appreciate that color. Damn. Okay. Now, I like putting shimmer shades on with my finger. I don't know. I know it's not the most sanitary thing, especially with COVID, but I just feel like the placement is better, the color payoff is better, and then it feels kind of like a sensory project. I don't know why that is. I like how makeup feels too. All right, now I've got all this crap on my finger though. I always put it on my clothes, it's terrible. All right, on my sweatpants it goes. Another sip of this. You kind of knew what was gonna happen, but the way that it played out was very different. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to have lost, you know, his virginity to her and the blood ritual to end up turning into the way that they die. Like I did not predict that at all. I think I called it like when they started getting sick. I think everybody did. Crap, if you can hear my husband talking, he has a work meeting right now. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna refilm this. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna happen. YouTuber life, right? So then I also really appreciated that the director kind of put in these little nuggets of comedy that parents or like older people, I'm lumping myself into older people because the movie has high school characters, but I like that there are little nuggets of funny, like Melanie's dad and Cole's dad getting together and smoking pot and then having to go pick them up, and like he was constantly worried about his car and not his daughter, which is like, it totally explained why she sold her soul to the devil. They don't really, I mean, we guess that it's because of her upbringing, because like her dad clearly has his priorities like kind of fucked. But we don't know for sure. Like they gave some explanations for like why these people chose to follow B. I don't know. Like Sonia's little recap from the past when she like reached out to them. I didn't really understand it. Like, oh, okay, she's like obsessed with dead people. Like, is she just like really morbid and she thought this was like a really cool like blast from the past? I mean, like in the first movie, I think she gets all excited about, you know, the history of sacrifice and like, ooh, like gets into that. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I liked that they kind of went into that. I also think that the nurse in the beginning of the movie and at the end, pure comedy gold. Like, I laughed my ass off. That was like the start of the movie and it was the finish of the movie. It just kind of like wrapped up the movie in like a clean little bow. I loved that. So now I'm gonna get into a couple of things I didn't necessarily love about the movie. It doesn't mean I disliked the movie, but there were a couple things that I'm like, could have been better, you know? One thing is I was really looking forward to seeing, you know, the main character from the movie again, B, Samara Weaving. Especially after watching Ready or Not recently, I was like, I was down to get like my dose of Samara. But she was like not really in the movie. And when she was in the movie, it felt like a cameo and it felt like it was just the finale of the movie and like, hey, we're throwing her in here. She's like way too good for this film now, but here she is, we promised, you know, like it wasn't what I was hoping for. So that was kind of a bummer. And I kind of knew that that was happening as we got into the movie and we noticed, hey, where's B? Where's B? Why is she not here? And then you realize like, oh, okay, like we're kind of SOL on that. I also think the ending was a little bit corny. Really, they're in love with each other. I mean, I guess it's believable because they're high school students and it's just kind of a goofy movie, but like they're looking at each other and they're saying, I love you, and that they're meant to be together. And that the way that they're hugging each other in front of B at the end when everything is revealed, it was just kind of like, come on. Maybe it's because I'm 31 and I'm like, love doesn't work that way. That's not real love. They meet each other and like within 24 hours they're in love now? Really? No. They didn't have to make them in love. They could have been like, oh yeah, like I'm glad I met you. We had sex. We had sex. Yeah, that's part of a conversation. We met each other and we had sex and that's our story. No, that's not what I meant. But like they could have had sex. They're teenagers, one night stand, whatever, and still be really interested in dating, but not be like in love. I don't know. I'm probably nitpicking when it comes to that, but that kind of like, I actually cringed a little bit when I saw that. I was like, really? We have to do that? Ugh. This is why teenagers think that they can just fall in love in like a day because of movies like this. I don't know. Maybe teenagers shouldn't be watching this. What is it rated? Oh, TV mature. I guess it doesn't really have to get rated because it's not going in the movie theater. I just felt like there was a lull in the movie. And I don't know if that was just me getting tired, if the fear factor, the fear level in the movie started to kind of go down. So I didn't feel, you know, as invested in watching anymore. Or if there actually was just a little bit of a lull in the movie. But I actually started feeling, okay, can the movie be over now? Like, can we move on with our lives? Which, you know, it's not great. And I've come to terms with, I think I'm a little bit picky when it comes to endings of movies. I think I want them to really like, I want to feel excited the entire way through. Which not every movie is going to do that. Not every movie is meant to do that. You know, sometimes it's like a rom-com horror, which is kind of like what this turned out to be. And that's totally fine. I just didn't expect it. And I think after watching #Alive the other day, I had high expectations. #Alive. I know that we're not supposed to make we're not making a video about #Alive, but let me tell you, I watched that movie twice. 2 days in a row. The ending of that movie is spectacular. I don't want to give it away, but I've been telling everyone that I talk to watch #Alive. I'm a sucker for zombie movies anyway, but that movie, I wish that this movie had done the same thing, kept me excited until the very end. It didn't really, but I laughed, I got scared, I enjoyed some gore. I thought it was great. I'll be right back. I forgot my blush brush and my eyebrows. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I'm gonna use the Jouer Rose Gold Blush Duo. It has the cutest packaging. And then it's got two sides. One is like shimmery, the other is very powdery. I just kind of mix both of them. Woo! And it always comes out like, I always put way too much of this stuff on. Holy hell. I always do. I always overdo it with this stuff. It's like way too, oh man. But like, if you just keep rubbing, it'll come off. And it'll kind of come off throughout the day. I like put that all over my cheek. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I got a little too relaxed. And I forgot the shit for my brows. Ugh. Be right back. Okay, all right. Wow, today is gonna be quite the editing adventure. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so I'm going to give this movie 4 makeup brushes because it was fun. I would be willing to watch it again, and it was exactly like what you expect. It doesn't pretend to be one thing or the other, which I really appreciate in a movie. Like, sometimes you're in it for like a really scary horror movie, you know? And then other times you're just like, I've had a long day. I want to see some people get murdered in funny ways. And I don't want to have to think too much. And this movie like delivered on that. Plus, it did kind of, what's the word? Throw in a little mystery in there. We didn't know that B was going to be the babysitter to both Cole and Jenna. That was unexpected. It was also kind of nice to find out why B sold her soul to the devil. It was because she wanted to save the little girl. That was so sad. I actually got really choked up when they were going into her backstory and like how her parents died. The pace at which they revealed all of those things was really nice. So I would highly recommend the movie. I'm gonna go watch the first Babysitter because I enjoyed it that much and I want to kind of remember. So what did you think about it? Did you like it? Are you enjoying your week? Have a great weekend. Cheers from me and mine. And what do you want to see next? I don't really know what I'm going to see next. I'll probably look and see what's coming out on Netflix because they're having a lot of movies drop. And I have a feeling that because October is on its way, which is crazy to think, there's probably going to be way more scary thriller horror movies dropping soon. So I'm going to keep an eye out on those. You can expect a trailer reaction from me on Monday. So have a great weekend and I will see you then. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe and like. Here's my makeup. There's the moment. It has passed and I will see you next time. Thanks.